Mark, great working with you. You did a phenomenal job, but you do still have a very evident flaw. Look at your early swings here. Watch the knob. You're pulling and dragging the bat head up into the ball, and that's why you didn't have any power at Woodlawn. And until I told you to crank the knob inside. And what the knob inside did was it kind of fixed the draggy swing a little bit because it forced you to roll the bat head underneath the ball and cut it. Look at here, watch. You pull, you don't get much extension, and you just kind of roll the bat head up over the top of the ball. There's a pull, knob is up in there, and wherever the knob is aiming, when you reach that full extension of the end of the stab, you're going to roll over. Watch Andrew Collins here. He pull snaps level. Pull, 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 and then he continues to pull with the lead arm in the rotation and pull the bat on a straight line all the way around on the arc. It's a main focus of extension and pull snap, pulling as hard as you can and keeping that bat head level at the part of the ball you want to attack. See, he's level at the middle of the ball. And look how he just pulls through. There's no thought of rolling the wrists over there or even cranking that inside wrist because he's pulling, snapping so hard. But you go up in the air so high that when you crank that lead wrist down into the inside, it allowed you to at least cut the ball on an up angle. But you need to rely more on your pull snap, on your pull from the lead arm extension to create that. Now we worked on throwing the ball here, which is a good drill, but watch how high the hands finish. Keep that hand so it doesn't get any higher than the rope. Good rotation on the diagonal trainer. Rotation, body angle are fine. We use a frisbee drill to get a release at a high angle here to help us with the body angle. And then the next release we throw on the frisbee is to go just parallel to the ground so we get more of a feeling of where our swing angle should actually be. And that really was where you need to be. Now this pull snap here, you should get good extension, which you don't, and it should be straight down the rope. There's no lead arm extension there. See that? It stays pinned to your side. That's better. That's a drill that made a lot of sense and worked well for you. There's your extension. Once you get to that point there, don't pull the knob off. Let the ball drop to that zone so you're level, and then let the bat flip over. You can see right here, you look at how you distort the rope and lift it up a foot. That rope should never change its plane. See, that shows you an indication of what you're doing. This is a lot better here now. Watch how the rope stays pretty straight, and you get a snap through. This training is going to help you out a lot, Mark. Again, throwing the frisbee, your hand comes around and starts to come down. See that? It's not such a radical angle up. You got a pull snap is a change in focus, and you have to make it a lot more level. That's actually a pretty good swing right there. So you showed great progress on the swing simulator and on the rope. You can't hit the rope wrong. I'd highly recommend you make one. And the medicine ball, again, strength core for a guy who's 64 years old, phenomenally good. Here you get to a bracelet drill. Looks like you're hitting it good, but watch your wrist right there. They start to roll over, and you actually roll the bat over into the ball, which is wrong. Watch him. He's pulling full extension, and you don't see his wrist roll over till after impact. Watch yours. Yours rolls the bat head into the ball. That's compensating for not just pulling the bat head to the lag position and then continuing to pull from the lead arm and the rotation and extension, pulling and letting the bat whip through. Once you reach that lag point, the bat whips through on its own. Look at there, you're just rolling the wrist, and it's just so inconsistent. Here you pulled a little bit better with less wrist roll, but still there's always that roll. You got to focus less on that rollover or that cranking in the knob inside and more on just pulling as hard as you can to the stab position and then pulling all the way through. Look at here. Again, there's way too much, there's too much angle up, not enough hard pull all the way through from the front side and the shoulders and hips. Now in the down ball here, you would go down to it, but look at here. Then as soon as the knob veers off course, see it comes up, then you're just going to roll over the top. Watch that when the knob goes down and then he lets the bat flip over because it's a hard pull. He continues to pull, gets past the stab point, and the bat just flips over and cuts a low pitch. You start to pull, the knob comes up, and then you go into a roll. So it's quite a bit of change. See the low pitch, you golfed it. You did hit some really good balls, Mark, because you started to crank that wrist to the inside, and that compensated for you just pull snapping it all the way through. You'd pull so far, and then you'd roll it underneath. There's a loss of power there, but look, on occasion you caught one really good, and you hit some bombs. But watch him instead. There's no wrist roll. Look at, he just pulls. And the snap, the bat head reaches that full extension on the short, quick stab, and then it flips through. you get to here, the knob's way up, and then you got to roll hard to try to get underneath the bottom of the ball. You'll catch some good ones, but then you'll catch a lot of ones that we just ride over the top because that swing angle's up too much. There's no margin of error in that swing. So we need to level it off. And again, you hit some bombs. Your hip rotation, your angle, and even cranking that knob fixed to it was a really bad swing. When I first got to Woodlawn, this is just what your swing looked like, except you didn't even have this wrist snap into it. That crank of the wrist inside and down, you were hitting balls 280, 290, then suddenly you had longer power. Well, if you can get pull snap, refocus, get a more level swing, pull snap all the way through, like you see him doing here, you're going to lose that uppercut. You're not going to rely on the wrist rollover to cut the ball. Rather, you're going to pull on a nice straight line like here. I'm pulling straight through, all the way through. I pull right here as hard as I can from the front side, and I just let the bat flip once I reach that point with I've reached the stab. Right here, pull, and just continue to pull from the lead side and let it snap. We'll continue to work on it. Any questions you have, let me know. Great job.
78.
Cut through the bottom. Good ball.
76.
How much?
76.
Oh, that's a nice swing.
You didn't quite, because you feel you didn't quite get through
quite
it?
crushed it.
Well, look at how the miss it. The miss it went out.
Uh,
83.
Take 5. He took 5, so take 5. Really pull hard, long and hard. Good. Look at that.
79.
Just missed that. Look at that.
84.
It's a good ball.
That's in the park, right?
79.
Look at the height. Sit and enjoy them. Enjoy it. Hey, that's way the hell out. About a 340 shot.
Beautiful shot.
What'd you feel on that, Mark? Hey, wait, hold on. Tell the back camera. What'd you feel there?
I felt like I actually got the knob on plane and then worked it down right before I hit the ball, or right as I was hitting the ball, and it caused the bat to stay on plane through the swing.
So rather than just pull, you actually, and like we said, when I was telling you before, Adam, when you pull, that knob's got to come down as you pull through. So I mean, it's not something that's new, but you might have to everybody might have to manipulate something a little bit different. No.
I'm actually thinking about it. That's really all I'm thinking about right now.
Boom.
Look at that! Enjoy that! Holy cow!
82.
Woo!
I hate to say it.
Tell the camera, what'd you see?
You're my hero.
I just cranked the knob down, baby, and let it go. Stabbed at it, and bat flipped over, did the rest.
Everything pulled from the front side, the lead arm pull. So you can pull too far and drag, but if you pull a certain way and pop it down, then it's going to flip over. Hey, how's that barrel feel? The hell with that Adidas.
I crunched that one. It crunched that one.
He did that with that bat there too, huh?
Boom.
73.
If you think too much about cranking the knob down, then you aren't going to pull as hard. So you got to balance it. Nice.
I missed that.
Sorry, Mark.
All right.
83.
Look to cut it. Pull snap through the bottom of it. Wait for a good pitch. Hey, hold. Where are your feet at? Get up in the front of the plate. Get up more so you get your back foot right at the front so they can't short pitch you. Did you aim at the bottom?
Yeah. Boom. Getting over it.
Right. You're getting a good body angle now, but you're up like this too much. Pull. Pull and drive the knob inside, but aim at the bottom of the ball. You're just riding. You get your body angle up nice. Every swing is like this. That's why you're riding over the top. It's nice because every swing's a hit, but if you want to get up in the air, let it get back a little bit closer to you.